needs. Financing and refinancing ki okate solution. Nagaraj Annaya. For details, visit nagarajhomes.com or call 408-805-4653. Just remember NNN. New Year, New Home, Nagaraj Annaya.
విరిజల్లు శ్రోతలకి నా నమస్కారం. మీ కమల్ హాసన్.
విరిజల్లు రేడియో ఓలాలా మజా చేయాలా.
Here is what some customers have to say about their experience with Realtor Nagaraj Annaya.
Hi, this is Venkat.
This is Mahesh.
Hi, this is Ramohan.
We are the first time home buyers with Nagaraj.
I heard about Nagaraj on radio and then I approached him. Nagaraj Annaya has helped us in finding the home of our dream. I really enjoyed working with Nagaraj.
Nagaraj helped us the whole process from beginning pre-qualified loan approval process to the offer accepted, and also he gave us the right contractor information for the home improvements.
I was able to get a good home at a good price in the location I'm looking for. I recommend Nagaraj Annaya.
I definitely recommend Nagaraj to any home buyers.
Nagaraj Annaya, the one-stop shop for all real estate needs. Call him today for free consultation at 408-805-4653 or visit nagarajhomes.com. You're listening to Real Estate Roundup. Real Estate Roundup with Realtor Nagaraj Annaya every Sunday from 12:30 p.m. to 1 p.m. PST on Bolly 92.3 FM.
It's that time of the week when we catch up with what's trending in Bay Area real estate. Namaskar Bay Area, I'm Vijay Lakshmi and you've tuned in to Real Estate Roundup brought to you by Nagaraj Annaya, the founder of Nagaraj Homes and your trusted Bay Area tech realtor. Everything you need to know to get your foot into that door of your dream home. So as we get talking to Nagaraj, join us with what's on your mind in real estate, whether that is as a first-time home buyer, or you're looking to upgrade, or maybe you're looking to downsize, or is real estate investing something of interest for you? Well, then we have the subject matter expert for you. Nagaraj Annaya is in the house. If you need some advice, call us right now. We are live on Bolly 92.3 FM and studio lines are open at 408-912-5038. That number 408-912-5038. And simulcasting on YouTube, on Nagaraj Annaya's YouTube channel. You can also put your questions there, and Nagaraj is more than happy to take it from there. So don't wait. Whatever's on your mind, we'd love to know. And let's get this conversation rolling. Hello, Nagaraj. Happy Sunday.
Hello, Vijay Lakshmi. Hello, Bay Area. Happy Sunday. You guys are having a wonderful day, wonderful weekend, and enjoying and listening to our show.
Yeah.
The real estate. This
yes.
is the time to talk about. If you have any questions, do give us a call. We are live on Bolly 92.3.
Yes, absolutely. And, we welcome any and all questions. So don't hesitate. And like we always say, you'd be doing others a favor too, because what's on your mind may be on theirs. So, make it all, clarify whatever your doubts are in real estate. Give us a call. Again, the number to do that, 408-912-5038, or live on YouTube on Nagaraj Annaya's YouTube channel. So Nagaraj, I came across these headlines screaming away. It was Bay Area home buyers squeezed by high interest rates and chronic housing shortage. Is that what you're also experiencing? I think the Fed increased the rates this week by 0.25%. And so is this a good time to buy a home or wait?
I think you asked the three questions in one thing.
All in one.
Yeah, let's start with the shortage of the homes, right? Yes. We are still noticing the shortage of the homes compared to the last year, the same time. The number of homes in the market are very less. It's a less by almost close to a 30%. We have only one caller on a hold.
Okay, so let's take that call and then we'll dive more into it. Hello and welcome to Real Estate Roundup. Your name, please, and what you'd like to share with us.
I'm Yogesh.
Hi, Yogesh.
So I have a question. Currently the interest rates are 7.3%, 7 or up. Is this still a good time in the Bay Area to consider buying a home?
Hi, Yogesh. Hope you're having a wonderful day. Thanks for calling. This is the same question a lot of home buyers or the home sellers are asking for me, right? See, the 7%, whatever you're seeing is 30-year fixed interest rates.
Mm-hmm.
But if you want to buy a house, for you, the arm rates might be a better enough because it might be a 7-year fixed, 10-year fixed, or a 5-year fixed. But a loan term is 30 years. In that cases, the rates right now are a 5.875. Okay, it is not a 7%. And one more thing is, like, if you have a stocks around or more stocks in your portfolio, for every 250K you move in, you get a 0.25% rate reduction. So my client recently was able to get into a contract and he was able to get it for 5.25. Okay, so whatever you're thinking about 7%, that is not the case, but you can still bargain for under 6%. All this news gives us a wrong information. The rates are too high. But going back to your question, is it a right time? Yes, if you can get your house which satisfies all your needs or a requirements. Correct. So you should better to buy now, because once the interest rates start dropping in, you might have a lot of competitions and the prices can go out. It's all about fear of missing out, right? Like, for example, you miss this boat again, when the rate starts dropping in, it becomes very difficult for us to purchase a home. It comes down to the needs and the requirements.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you. I think that answers my question. Thank you.
Does it answer? Do you have any follow-up on that, Yogesh?
No, that is only my concern, that it was like,
See, always think about
like apps like Redfin.
Yes.
I was seeing like 7%, 6.8.
Yeah, I think if
Still
you look
worried,
at
like,
it, yeah, I think
30-year term, but that your
Yeah.
explanation made sense. Thank you.
I think, see, always the Redfin, right? If you look at it, even the 20% less down, if you look at it, it says the PMI component as a $600 or a $700, which is too high. Finally, the PMI is calculated based on your credit score. Okay, how good the credit score? If your credit score is good, still the PMI components are $150 to $170. Okay, don't take the PMI and even the almost the home insurance also. Home insurance, whatever the Redfin or a Zillow calculations gives, is too high. So based on that, your monthly payments can go offset more higher. So that is why talking to the realtors or even the lenders, right? So they can give you the right information for you. Right?
Okay,
Before
perfect.
buying a house, like, sit down and understand, like, in your create an Excel sheet. So what would be your payments for every 100K? What would be your monthly payments? That's the way to go for it.
Yeah. And your advice is to get your foot in the door. You can always refinance to a lower rate later. But right now, when you have the opportunity and the home of your choice, you need to do it and to get in there. And Yogesh, if you want to get in touch with Nagraj offline, you can do that to run numbers by him if you want. 408-805-463 is his number offline. And of course, he's also happens to be a mortgage broker, so he can bring that side of the equation for you to understand things better. But good luck on your real estate journey, and thank you for calling in.
Thank you. Have a nice day.
Thank you so much.
You too.
Right?
So
As I
hope
always keep saying, right,
yeah.
getting your math right when you're buying or selling your house is very important, because if the math goes wrong, you can't make a decision properly.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
So getting your math is very, very important on any investment. It can be real estate or any other investment.
I should have paid more attention when the math teacher was teaching.
I think no need of that much complicated math.
So, folks, if you are, intrigued by this conversation, you want to chime in with your observations, your thoughts, your questions, your clarifications for Nagraj, this is the time to do it. And the time is right now, like it is to buy a home. So, give us a call. 408-912-5038 is the number on Bolly 92.3 FM. And also, if you are around the computer, we're live on YouTube, Nagraj Annaya's YouTube channel. Go on to the live section. You'll see us there. Put your questions in the comments section, and Nagraj is monitoring that. He'll get to you. So we'd love to hear from you. And that is a great advice right there. So this is a good time to get in, despite the high rates, and that shouldn't deter
Going back
you.
to your earlier question, right?
Yeah.
Before of the caller, right? Like the thing is, low inventory.
Yeah.
Reason for the low inventory, as we keep saying, is number of people are logged in for the lifetime lower interest rate.
Yeah.
Okay, it doesn't make sense for them to sell their house when they want to buy the house. Right? So whenever you rent it out also, it's basically pays them the rent.
Okay.
So the number of homes eating in the market are all-time low. This is a summertime. We should have more homes in the Fremont.
Yes.
Number of homes around the Santa Clara area. It is very less. We already have one more caller on hold.
Okay. Yes. Hello. Yes. Welcome to Real Estate Roundup. You have a question for Nagraj. Your name, please.
Yes. Hi. This is Karthik.
Hi, Karthik. Welcome.
Thank you. I had a question, like mostly a follow-up for the previous question, like when is a good time to buy, but more towards the investment property side. Like if I have to invest something in the investment property, should it be right now? Like Nagraj was saying, like just before the rates start going down and the prices go high. Does that sound same for investment property as well, or is there a different strategy?
Hi, Karthik. Thanks for calling. It's a great question.
Yeah.
I keep getting every week a couple of investors like you keep calling in, right? See, the investors right now, because of the higher interest rate, right? If you're going within a single houses or a single family homes or a condo, it doesn't make sense until you put a higher down payment. Right? If you're doing a 20-30%, you will be a negative of easily, even for a $1 million home, you are like negative of like $2,000 or $1,000. Okay. So only the better thing for you to do is try to consider a duplex homes or multi-family units.
Okay.
So this kind of homes for you can help you out so that it will offset for your rental reductions for you, right? So whatever the single family homes, any high-end areas you take, the max you can get is a $4,000 or a $5,000, unless you go to high-end areas, but you need to put a higher purchase price.
Okay. So basically we have to still be careful about the positive cash flow and make sure that the down payment is high enough to not have a negative flow, right?
Correct, because every month for you to arrange for a $2,000 negative, unless you have an extra buffer out for you, it doesn't make sense for you, right? Otherwise, you need to make more down payment or see the way the renters, like where you can make it, or maybe you can consider, I think we discussed earlier also, try to see the Airbnb math. If the Airbnb can work out, and I think we had discussed in a couple of few shows earlier also, a lot of people nowadays are running the kind of an old age case related, right? So maybe that kind of stuff also, regular rental might not work out for you. Okay,
got it.
Maybe this kind of options, and maybe like some of them are even considering renting out to students.
Okay.
Considering the house near to the colleges sometimes, right? For example, you stay near to Santa Clara, you can consider something near to Santa Clara University related. Okay. So always the universities are the evergreen rentals for you.
Okay. Got it. Okay. Thank you. I think this was really valuable information about different options here.
Thank you so
Super.
much,
Thank
Karthik.
you for calling. Appreciate it. And of course, if you want to get in touch with Nagraj after the show, you can do that. It's 408-805-4653. 408-805-4653. But right here, right now, folks, if you have questions, give us a call. 408-912-5038 is the number. And we'd love to hear from you. And thank you, Karthik. So, Nagraj, yes, you want to complete the thought earlier about
As I was saying, lower homes are due to a lower interest rates which people have locked in, and nobody wants to let it go. Right?
Yeah.
Out of 10 homes, we are seeing 1 or 2 homes only coming into the inventory. Even the people wants to upgrade, they don't want to let go their current home. Okay. So unless the federal or somebody comes out with a kind of a great incentives for them to let go the homes, I think we are expecting this to continue.
Yes. Yes.
Right. So, for example, the tax incentives or something else when you sell the current home, right? I think the federal needs to think about it. So that way it makes sense to get a more houses in the inventory. We already know in the California how tough to do newer homes for us. Okay, you can look at the San Jose area, you can look at the Santa Clara County area, Almaden area, right? Check how many homes are building right now.
Yeah.
Check the lots, right? Even the lot of any single family homes are like 2,000 square footage.
Yeah.
Not getting any bigger homes or a bigger lot homes right now.
Yes. Yes.
So until few things changes, this is going to be this factor. So that is why anytime the new buyers comes in, right, they are not only competing with the first time home buyers, they are competing with the investors. So last week there was one house in Newark area, listed for 850K. You know, it's a fixer upper house listed in a Cedar Boulevard. 1,200 square footage, 6,000 lot. It's in the intersection of the traffic.
Yeah.
That house got a 15 offers. You don't believe it's a 15 offers. Okay. We tried it for a 900K. Still, we were not able to get it. So house closely sold for $1 million.
Wow. It's
On
amazing.
top of it, the contractor evaluated to fix that home, you need still $1 million, means 100K on top of it, $1 million. It's a 1.1 in a Cedar Boulevard. Okay. If you look at the comps, the homes around that neighborhood, it's selling for 1.3, 1.35. Right? It's still a great bargain right now. But the first time home buyers gets panic when they look at the home condition. I totally agree with them, because home needs a lot of improvements and needs a lot of time to make the house better. Like you need to be putting it 2-3 months of your effort, right? And when you're dealing with the contractors first time, you don't know what to deal with it. So the contractor who bought it or the investor who bought it, they fix up the house. They'll list it for 1.3 million.
Okay.
So that's the challenge going forward for all the first-time home
buyers.
Right? So you are not only basically competing with the investors, you're not only competing with the other kind of your kind of home buyers. So any homes around $1 million, you can show it's not at the great location. Even still, what I was trying to tell you, a lot of combinations in.
So talking about, you also talked about, go ahead,
The
finish.
reason is the supply, basically. If the houses around that neighborhood, if there was like 50 homes, 60 homes, then you would not have these issues.
Right.
Because as soon as the 850K, everybody's eyes open up. Because anything under $1 million.
Yes. It's a steal for most people. Like, they want to get in on that action.
Yes.
So, folks, if you're just joining us, we're talking to Nagraj Anaya, the founder of Nagraj Homes, your trusted Bay Area realtor who has his pulse on the market and who can really guide you in any aspect of home buying or selling that you're looking at. If you have questions on your mind surrounding real estate, any aspect of it, give us a call. 408-912-5038 is the number in the studios, also live on YouTube. And of course, always make sure that before you take real estate decisions, check out nagrajhomes.com. That's Nagaraj homes.com. And if you want to chat with Nagraj, you can always do that offline. 408-805-4653 is his number. But right now, while we have him on the show, you can bounce ideas off him right away, and he'd be more than happy to handhold you through all of the situation, real estate craziness that we encounter in the Bay Area. So Nagraj, you talked about the smaller homes, say a 1200 square feet home, but as your family grows and as your situation evolves, you want a bigger square footage. Now, should you then look for a bigger home in that situation, or remodel to add the extra square footage? What is your opinion?
And there's no straightforward one question, one answer for that, right? It is basically comes down to the individual needs or the requirements they have.
Mm-hmm.
First is the spacing wise, right?
Yeah.
So in spacing wise, if it's 1,200 and you want to add 1,000 square footage more,
Yeah.
right? It's a 2,000 square footage. To add anything at 2,200 square footage, you're looking somewhere around $350 to $400 or $300 to $400 per
square foot. Mm-hmm.
Right? If it is going to be in a 1,000 square footage also, right, it needs in a 1 year of a time for sure. Okay, this 300 to 400, whatever I told you, is just a raw materials. It doesn't contain the finished materials. Okay, so it's all comes down to budgeting and the timing and how closely you're emotionally attached to the house.
Yeah.
Okay, so and are you looking kind of in a long term or a short term? And one more thing is in that neighborhood, when for example you're putting a 600K, right? Does that comparable for the 600K? Do you have it? Do you have a time and energy to do any upgrade for the house?
Yeah.
So it all comes down to all these factors for you.
So many factors to consider. It's not, the time, the resources, the expense,
spacing and everything, right? So, and even it comes down to how big is your lot size. Even that also comes down to it.
Okay.
So putting into all these factors or your requirements, I would suggest to create an Excel sheet. I was talking to one of my clients yesterday on the same needs, right? So he did it so nicely. Like, for example, he created, for example, in an Excel sheet, you bring in the upgrades cost or the time factors. This is your monthly, this is what is going to be in the next few years, right? That's one of the option, right? The second one is like basically, if you're going to buy the second house, how much does it cost for you? Okay. And assuming selling your house, right? How much does it cash brings in?
Okay.
Right? If you're going to rent out, how much would be a positive cash flow for you?
Yeah.
So all the 3 to 4 options, prepare it in Excel sheet, whichever it makes sense for you. Based on that, you can go for it.
Yes. Yeah, that makes sense. So it's all laid out for you, and then you can decide, decision tree kind of thing. Yeah.
So all these things needs to be considered.
Yeah.
Okay. So,
and so are there any open houses that you have in mind right now?
There's one in a mountain house. There's one in a mountain house. Okay. 4 bed, 3.5 bath, 3,540 square footage, listed for for 1.325. It's a gorgeous and a grand it's like kind of an 100K upgrades in the house.
Yeah.
Okay. It's a very nice home, like near to the Questa Village. Its address is 663 West Jardine Terrace in the Tracy. Right, it's like very good house. If somebody is looking to buy something in Tracy, listed for 1.325 million.
Okay.
Okay, so coming back to your other question on the, should we buy the second house?
Yeah.
Or the upgrade? It comes down to all this stuff, whatever we discussed in.
So many factors to consider.
Yeah, it basically, for me, it is not about only the time factor. Whenever you want to do a remodel, right, like a lot of things goes into it, right? You need to hire an architect, you need to do the shopping for your finished stuff. It all comes down to how much time do you have. Okay, so that same time you can put it into your expertise. Like, for example, you're working as an engineer or somewhere else, it can bring in a more value into it.
Yeah.
Okay. Just for that case, maybe moving to a second house might be helpful for you. And it comes down to how much emotionally you are attached to the current house also, and how top-notch schools are there.
Yes, correct.
So all these things to be considered, right? And finance terms, that financial terms plays a very, very critical role when you're doing all this choice.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Family needs, as a family needs goes up, your house size can go up. But after 20 years, when only couple stays, when the kids move out, maybe the size needs to go down.
Yeah. Then that's when you downsize.
Yeah. So having a 2 houses might even work in the other side also.
Yeah.
Renting it out. I think we were discussing last week for you also the needs, how the bigger house, and then how the even the property taxes goes up.
Yeah, that's something we should discuss in upcoming shows, about how when you remodel too, the property tax also takes off. So how do you deal with that? And what are your suggestions and thoughts on that? So we'll keep that for another Sunday.
That is also needs to be understood, right? Like when you're doing a remodel, how much your property taxes goes up also.
Yes. Yeah. So, of course, folks, that is Nagaraj for you. He's an expert in the Bay Area. He brings a wealth of his knowledge on the local communities, on the current market conditions, on the entire home buying and selling process, and exceptional service along the way. So make sure you reach out to nagarajhomes.com for your real estate journey. And you can always call him at 408-805-4653. 408-805-4653. We are with you every Sunday, 12:30 to 1 p.m. on Bolly 92.3 FM and YouTube. So make sure to join us then. And thank you so much, Nagaraj. That was very informative and really exceptional.
Thank you so much. Happy Sunday again. Thank you.
Happy Sunday. On that note, this is Vijay